Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to number one online upcoming show. My name is Samuel Getemba, and if you are new here for the first time, please take time to subscribe to this video. Remember to drop your comments. Remember to like this video. And the reason why I encourage you to subscribe to these videos is because when we shall be dropping these videos, when they shall be premiering, you will be the first person to be watching these videos. My name is Samuel Getemba, and I want to take this opportunity to take you through about how to prepare for an interview. There's a video I've ever done before about how to prepare an interview, and I'm take you through how you can be able to prepare for an interview in part 2 of this video. So most people have been asking me, please take us through again how you can be able to prepare for an interview. Remember one thing is this is a job you have been looking for. You have applied for a job and you need to know ways you can be able to prepare for an interview. Number one you need to do is about you apply for the job. You want to go for an interview. Applying the job is number one, so you need to apply for the job for the first thing. So once you applied for the job and they have called you for an interview, number two is you can be able to go through the job description, understand about the job description. So if they have called you as to be the head of sales and marketing, you need to go through the job of sales and marketing description. You need to be able to know what do they need, and if you have all the qualifications they need. Number three, you need also to consider what you call the qualifications, if you have the right qualifications. So if you're going for an interview and they have called you to go for an interview, just go check the qualification they are asking you. If it's the documents, the birth certificates, the documents they want to go there, if they want you to go with the originals, you can be able to prepare the documents and go with them with the originals. And if they only want to go with a CV, you can be able to go there with a CV and then go for an interview. Number three, research about the company and the role they are offering for you. You need to go on a social media. Just go on the social media, check on the platforms and check the kind of work they are giving to you. You need to go and check and see this job they are offering to me. What is the name of the company? Where are they located? What are the post address? Where are they located? Which street are they located? What is the roles that are available there? The kind of colleagues that are available there? The kind of job they are offering? Who are they selling to? So by doing so, you'll be getting acquaintance of what is happening in the company. I've been part of the people who have been interviewing people for the last 7 years, and I've seen a lot of people struggling, especially for the time for the interview. And that is why I take an opportunity to take you through to understand how you can be able to prepare for an interview. And the day for the interview and the day has approached, that night for the interview, you need to go through the questions that you expect to get in an interview. There are several questions that you may be able to get in an interview, and I've taken time to take you through all the questions that you expect in an interview. Please go to my past videos that I've done before. You can be able to get, if they ask you about the salary that you'll be getting at the salary on a question interview, I have done it before. Then you need to go through these questions of an interview. Why do you need to go through them? Once you go through the questions that you expect in an interview, they'll get you to get acquainted to kind of a question and how best to answer them. Actually, the beauty about my videos, I've done all the videos. I explain about the question that you expect in an interview and what you can be able to, and how best you can be able to answer them, because you'll never avoid these kind of questions. Be it you go to a corporate sector, you go to public sector, you go to finance, anywhere you need to go for an interview, those questions will be always be asked from time to time. Another thing, you also need to practice about your speaking, your speaking and your body language. Remember, when you go for an interview, you need to be wearing well, always dress well. I've seen people missing jobs, especially when you go for corporate jobs. People wear jeans, people wear capes on their heads, where even ladies, they don't know how to do a grooming for the interviews. So you need to prepare your clothes well in a right time. Maybe it's to make sure that they get ironed in the right way. So once you go for an interview, you'll be able to go as a person that is composed and knowing what is supposed to do. And then another thing is you need to practice on how you speak. You need to have a good tongue. You don't need to shout. You don't need to speak in a hungry way. You need to be humble and polite. Remember, every employer is looking for the right person for the job. And remember, getting a job, especially in Kenya, is not an easy thing. So you need to prepare yourself well. You need to prepare yourself in a good way. How you can be able to attack the questions when they ask you, how you can be able to answer them. And the beauty about it, you can be able to get the best of it. Actually, another thing I want to take you through is about you need to prepare your thoughts on the question in the questions in the interview can be able to ask you. I do say one thing, you can even do a showcasing of as an example. If you have an older sister, you have a younger sister, you have a elder brother, even your dad and even your mother, by the way, even your friend, you can even you can go and stand on a mirror, by the way. Go stand at the mirror and then try to ask yourself a question. Like, assume now you're going for an interview, you assume this person is an interviewer, and then you're interviewee, then you sit there, then you try to ask the kind of questions you expect. And I'll talk briefly about some briefly of the kind of question you need to prepare before I finish up this video. So in most cases when you go for these interviews, the reason why you need to prepare is it can be able to help you to pass through this interview. And something before even I forgot, you need to make sure that you have planned everything the night before the interview. Plan everything. If it's the documents, make sure those documents are printed in the right time. If it's to make sure that going to a place, if it is you had applied job in Kisumu and you're living in Nairobi, you can either take a flight, you can even take an SGR, you can take by the road, go and arrive area, stay in that place area, and then you arrive at a place of interview area. Those are the kind of preparation you need to do. Make sure your clothes are ironed well, make sure your clothes are in a good order, you arrive at the place well, and then once you arrive at this a place of interviews, you need to get yourself composed well. Compose yourself in a good way. Like now, assume now today I'm in an interview. I just go there, I relax. I'll be checking about the environment, I'll be checking about the walls, I'll be checking about something here, and on my mind I'll be like, this job is being given to me, so I'm already preparing my mind even to win. So when the interviewer I'll have already started to ask you for the questions for an interview. In most cases, there's some kind of questions that you not miss, as I mentioned to you, and I promise you'll be able to take you through such kind of a questions. Number one, they'll be able to ask you like, why should we hire you? That is the kind of a question you'll be able to expect. And as I mentioned to you earlier, when they ask you such kind of a question, you can just be able to tell them you have the right skills. You can just tell them you have the skills of managing the company. You have the the skills that maybe other people that they don't have there. You can be able to tell them you're able to solve problems. Yes, you can be able to work without supervision and so on. Another thing that you can also expect is they'll be asking you a question about salary. How much should we pay you? As I mentioned to you earlier, this is how you need to answer it. The first thing is most of these people, when interviewer is asking you why they should be able to, how much they should be able to pay you, they're mostly asking to know if their budget is going to fit on their budget. They'll be able to ask you to know if they have a budget for you. They'll be able to know if they can be able to afford for you, and so on. And I mentioned to you earlier, the first thing that you need to do is you try to defect from the answer. Don't go answer and ask them about give me this amount of money. No, you need to do a lot of research about this job. You need to know about research, how much are they paying in other corporates, and then once you see the company, actually these things is what you can be able to see. If you go to a corporate like Safaricom today and they're going to be the head of marketing and sales, or you'll be the head of a regional manager branch, automatically these people have money. They can be able to pay to this money. So even if when you give them a range, it can be able to be enough for them. I don't know if you are getting my point. So those are the kind of preparation that we expect. And then another thing that you also need to prepare for the same, at least go through all the questions you need to prepare. Actually, sometimes you can even write them down, the kind of a question and the answer that they expect. So in that way, it can be able to help you as a person, can be able to help you as an individual. When you go for an interview, then it become easier for you to pass an interview. And I do say one thing, remember, applying for job in Kenya is not easier, my good people. Even in other countries, maybe where you are, so you need to prepare them in area. So when someone give you an opportunity to go for an interview, you need to make sure that you prepare in advance. And also remember, carry your documents in the right way, arrange them in a good way. If it is your CV, they talk about the curriculum vitae or your resume, make sure it is done well. And then when you go through it, it can be able to show the interviewer from the start time about your education, where you studied, what are your skills, what have you achieved before, what have you done for the companies before. So but the interviewer will be convinced that you are a right person. There's a time I went for an interview and I see someone come for an interview and he doesn't have a CV with him. Always remember to share them a soft copy. Then you can also carry a hard copy, even two as an extra. So just in case when they say they don't have your CV, you can just tell them, I'm sorry, I had applied before and you already responded through my email, and this is a attached copy in your email. You can give them as an example. It shows that you are an organized person. It shows that you are a good person they're looking into. And in most cases, do a lot of research about the company. By the way, I do say, as I mentioned, they have about where they stay, whatever they do, and everything. Do a lot of research. Know who is the HR of the company, know who is the manager for the company, know which branches do they have, because they can go and ask you, what does our company offer? and you don't know, and then you tell them, I just applied, they'll just know that you're not a person that they're looking for. You need just to tell them that this is company is working for selling products in Tanzania. They have another product in, they have another branch in Burundi. They have another product in South Africa, product selling in South Africa, and so on. They can be able to know you already know about it. You can even tell them, I understand that this company, they are selling phones, and the kind of mobile phones they're selling, they are targeting the medium people who can be able to afford. And the key thing about they're selling this product is they're trying to solve a problem of having connectivity for people to connect through about networking and talking to people and doing business to become easier. This company will be able to see that you are a right person. So the tips of preparing the interview are so much easier. Always go through the company descriptions, job description that you have been given to it, and then you go through your qualifications. Just know if you have qualified to it. You need to go and search about the company and the roles that are already associated to you. Then go check on the questions that you expect in an interview. Check about your voice, how you talk to them. By the way, that day for an interview, make sure you take even some concussions. You have a good voice when you go there. Don't talk to a voice that can be able to shock everyone. Speak in a voice that can be able to be related to them in the right way, in a bright and manner. And by the way, when you go there, remember to thank them for having an interview with you. So once you're prepared for an interview and you're just there, just tell them, thank you very much for having time to interview me today. It will just show a kind of a respect. You can be able to show that you have a thoughtful mind for the interview. So thank you very much for taking time to watch this video. So I had done part 1 before, and this part 2 can be able to help you as a person that is preparing for an interview. And what I do say from my side, I'm wishing you all the best as you go for an interview. By the way, if you have any question about interviews and how you best you can be able to work them, you can drop me you can drop it through the comment section to be able to pass through. I can be able to answer you there. My contact is just there on my bio. You can be able to check it. You can send me an email. I can take you through. I have a lot of people that I mentor, by the way. A lot of people I take with them through. I coach them, I guide them, and show them how to make it an interview. And the questions when you go for an interview. If you don't understand anything, just give me a call. I can be able to guide you. I can be able to direct you as much as possible. So thank you very much for watching this episode. If you have not subscribed to these videos, by the way, remember to subscribe, remember to comment, remember to like, remember to drop a video, as we shall be dropping these videos. You'll be the first person to watch these videos as they premiere on. And I wish you all the best as you go for the interview, and may you pass that job. Thank you very much. Let's meet in our next.